Joseph, a young Hebrew slave in Egypt, had risen through the ranks to become the overseer of Potiphar's household. Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's highest officials, trusted Joseph completely. And why wouldn't he? Joseph was talented, hardworking, and blessed by God in everything he did. But here's where things get interesting. Joseph wasn't just skilled, he was also quite handsome. And this caught the attention of Potiphar's wife. Day after day she would watch him, her eyes following his every move. She wasn't subtle about it either. "Come to bed with me," she'd whisper, trying to seduce him whenever they were alone. But Joseph, he wasn't having any of it. "How could I betray your husband's trust?" he'd say. More importantly, how could I sin against God? His integrity was unshakable, but Potiphar's wife, she wasn't used to being refused. Then came that fateful day. The house was empty and she made her boldest move yet. She grabbed Joseph's cloak, demanding he sleep with her. Joseph did the only honorable thing. He ran, leaving his cloak behind in her hands. "But hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, right?" She screamed, clutching his garment, and told everyone that Joseph had tried to assault her. Talk about a plot twist. Joseph, the faithful servant, was thrown into the king's prison based on these false accusations. But even in prison, God hadn't abandoned Joseph. In fact, this was just the beginning of an even greater story. You see, Joseph had this special gift. He could interpret dreams. And in prison, he met two of Pharaoh's officials who had these puzzling dreams. Joseph interpreted them perfectly. One would be restored to his position, the other would be executed. Word of Joseph's gift eventually reached Pharaoh himself, who was troubled by dreams no one could interpret. But that's another chapter in this incredible story of how God can turn even the darkest prison cell into a stepping stone toward an amazing destiny. Amazing how doing the right thing doesn't always have immediate rewards, isn't it? But Joseph's story shows us that integrity and faith, even in the face of temptation and false accusations, ultimately lead to something greater than we could imagine.